This is Philadelphia. Known as the city of brotherly love, it has been home to some of America's greatest history. It is also the site of the Spectrum, home of great hockey tradition with the Philadelphia Flyers. And today, the best in hockey gather in the National Hockey League's 75th season for the 1992 NHL All-Star Game. Capacity crowd has turned out at the Spectrum in Philadelphia, the home of the Philadelphia Flyers, one of the league's most successful franchises. Although the Flyers have had their difficulties this season, this the site of the 43rd installment of the NHL All-Star Game. And it has been a festive mood this All-Star weekend in contrast to the setting a year ago in Chicago. Last year's All-Star Game taking place as the Persian Gulf War was erupting, an emotional time in this country. The scene 1 year ago at Chicago Stadium as the Campbell Conference then went on to defeat the Prince of Wales Conference by the score of 11-5. Hi, everybody. I'm Marv Albert along with John Davidson, the one-time goaltender for the St. Louis Blues and the New York Rangers. And John, as a former goalie, I would think the 11-5 score brings thoughts of anxiety to your mind.
Well, to the 6 goaltenders who are going to play for sure. You know, we've sat here together 2 years in succession working the All-Star Game, and both times I've said, Marv, there's going to be some hitting and maybe some attention to defensive play. 2 years in a row, I've been dead wrong. There's going to be goals scored, and lots of them here.
And last season, it was a virtual unknown by the name of Vincent Damphousse who stole the show with 4 goals. He was named the game's MVP. But today, clearly the marquee names are Wayne Gretzky, the explosive Brett Hull, and Mario Lemieux.
Well, Wayne Gretzky's 12 years now in the National Hockey League. This is his 12th All-Star Game. Brett Hull, if you can imagine this, the last 205 games that he has played in, he scored 206 goals. Yet, he has not scored an All-Star Game goal in the 3 games he's been in. And with Mario Lemieux, he is the NHL scoring leader right now. He'll be playing on an all-Pittsburgh line with Kevin Stevens on the left wing, maybe the best power forward in the game, and Jaromir Jagr, the youngster, over on the right side.
And Lemieux in the All-Star Game in Pittsburgh 2 years ago exploded, and he was the game's MVP. We're joined on today's telecast by a 2-time All-Stars, a member of the Philadelphia Flyers, now the television color commentating voice of the Flyers, Bill Clement. Let's go downstairs to Bill.
Thanks very much, Marv. Obviously a who's who of hockey players on the ice today, but because this is the NHL's 75th anniversary, each team has a celebrity captain. Very soon I hope to start tracking them down, and along the way I hope to run into some of the Hall of Famers who are here today. And between periods I'll slip inside the locker rooms and see what the current day stars are up to. Marv, JD, I got to tell you, I'm kind of in a comfort zone here already. I know one thing, I will not get lost. This is a home game for me.